Good morning, day 8. So, weight today is the same as yesterday, 84 kg, right? So, even if it's the same, I am extremely happy, right? Because the thing is, if I can actually maintain, if I wake up every day at this same weight for the whole of next week, essentially I will be right at where I want to be, right? So, I've coached many clients, and then every time they see that their weight is not dropping from a day-to-day basis, they will always assume that they are stagnating, right? But the thing is, if our weight is lower than last week's average, right, this is a very good sign that we are moving towards the right direction. So don't be too caught up with the weight. Instead, look at the trend. Whether are we moving towards the right directions, right? But the most important is, of course, to continue to stay consistent with your calories and macros, right? I know it's extremely tempting to eat lesser, especially when the start of the cut, your hunger levels are not that high, right? So I have clients that are always making this mistake, which is, let's say if I give their calories at 2004, right? So they will be okay to just eat like at 2001, 2002 sometimes, right? Because honestly, if you think about it, 200 calories, they may think is not much of a difference. But what this does to your metabolism is your metabolism will always try to adapt towards the calories you're consuming, right? So if you're consuming 2001, 2002 occasionally because maybe your weight isn't moving, then you want to try to move the scale, right? So over time your metabolism will be used to 2122, and then what this does is it will you will be stuck even when you're eating 2122. Then in terms of like our metabolism health, it will be at 2122, and then when we want to decrease, we have to decrease from there instead of the
Then a call came out of nowhere. Felt like you were trying to see if I missed you and I still care. If you really only me. And you said you can't marry without your doubts still remain. Happy ever after. It left you shattered. You left me shattered. And life worth living is gotta have you waiting. Gotta miss you. But I always find a way. You right away. I always find the words to say. You right away. You always find a way. I am beautiful with you. I just want to agree. Say all you do is fight. And every time it cuts me deeper, there's something shifting, the light is so strange and it's taking its toll on me. It's safe to say I'm ready to let you leave.
So I'd like to dive deeper into what I talked about this morning, which is under eating. Okay, so there are usually two main reasons why people undereat. The first one is usually at the start of the cut when we are in a relatively well-fed state. Okay, so how this can happen is maybe, for example, my calories is 2K. Okay, then I go on my day, I eat my breakfast, my lunch, and dinner. Okay, at the end of the day, I end up with around 1.8 kcals. Okay, out of the 2K that I'm supposed to hit. Okay, so for me, the 1.8K is more than enough already. I'm satisfied, I'm full. Okay, but the key is you have to actually go and finish up that 200 extra calories, even if you are full, right? Why this is important is because the way I do things is actually I want to make sure that I am in control of my weight loss. And in order to do so, I need to know exactly how much I am consuming every day and how is it impacting my weight. And when your calorie consumption is inconsistent, this will also reflect in your morning weigh-ins, resulting in inaccurate data, right? So when we have inconsistent data, it's very hard for us to know whether what we are doing is working or not, right? So which is also could be part of the reason to that is linked towards the second reason why people tend to undereat. Okay, so for example, let's say you have been inconsistent with your calories and your data shows that you are stagnating. That's when people will rush into dropping their calories and under eating even more, right? So the reason why it's important to eat as much as possible is I mentioned in the morning, which is your metabolic health, right? So a lot of people, especially those who have a lot of weight to lose, usually they will need to be in a caloric deficit for a much longer time, right? So the if just think about it, we have to see weight loss as a marathon, right? So at the start, if you are already running or sprinting, then perhaps you may not even finish the race, right? So this is why I always advise all my clients, to make sure we are eating as much calories as possible, even if it's full. Okay, it's rare, but I do have clients who tell me they are full even on a caloric deficit, especially females, right? So make sure to find ways that you can actually hit all the calories you need so that when we collect the data, we will be able to exactly see what the caloric deficit is doing to us and adjust accordingly. Okay, so like a marathon, we want to be starting slow, and then once we get a good momentum going, then we are able to adjust accordingly, right? So I hope that anyone watching this, right, if you are a culprit of this, just trust the process and do not rush into dropping your calories or even under eating. Okay, and I'll see you in day 9.